Steve, this might appear obvious, but actually I think it needs explaining. Why is it important to identify saboteurs in an organisation?
Well, it's really quite simple, Maria, because saboteurs can lose the business. They can lose the business lots of money. They undermine the business. They can cause a sour taste, rather like a poison within the organization. And they both they damage the brand externally and they damage relationships internally. If you don't know who they are, how can you manage them? Because ideally, we want to move them up where they're no longer saboteurs, that they are at least a neutral, if not an ambassador. Or we want to move them sideways where they can't do any external damage, although they can still be causing dissatisfaction internally, or we need to remove them from the business. Now, let me give you an example of damage a saboteur can cause. I once worked for a company called Infotron, and we had 8 offices in the UK, and it was an American-based company. Well, when we got took over, they called it a merge, but we got took over by a company called Gandalf. We kept the same offices, the same format, but one engineer in the north didn't like working for Gandalf. He didn't like the brand name change. He didn't like the fact that equipment that was branded Infotron was now Gandalf. And every time, if we went on training courses together, if we met him anywhere else or we spoke to him, he would non-stop moan and put down Gandalf as a company. He did that internally and he did that to customers, bemoaning the fact that the old days are gone and the new days were awful. That was damaging the brand. It was damaging us internally, and it certainly affected relationships with some customers. Ultimately, he was asked to leave. This is the thing. If you don't know who your saboteurs are, you can't manage them. So it's absolutely critical to know who they are and what you can do to manage them.
Great advice. Thank you so much.